online booking came, I was like, yo, I'm on it. So it was like online booking. I did have like a lot of pushback with that. I don't do that. I don't trust people with my card. I don't do this and I don't do that. And another thing was, now this might sound crazy, I realized that everybody's making this thing up.
Oh yeah.
So I decided that if we all making it up, how would I imagine I want business to be? And I started operating from that like angle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be on time, so you gonna be on time. And if you're not on time, this your 15-minute grace period. Don't come up in here because I'm not gonna see you.
Yeah.
And I started to more and more just kind of put things in place, have boundaries. Like before, you would see my inbox flooded with people with hair loss issues and this and that and the other. You cannot send me a picture of your head. You cannot send me a picture of you. You can't ask me nothing. My 15-minute consultations used to be 45 minutes and they were free because I just be yapping. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is this and that and the other, until I put questions in place, answer these, this is what I do. But it took a little while. It took a little while of me being abused. And the thing was, I allowed it.
Yeah.
I allowed it. I let people talk to me in your kind of way. I let people behave in your kind of way. And it wasn't until I put my foot down. And I'm telling you right now, there were weeks I didn't have clients. And I would tell these people, well, I'm booked. Because as opposed to them wanting to go on the site, they'd be like, well, I'm just texting you. And I would be like, no. And it would hurt me. But in the long run, I have clients just up to like last weekend was like, Maisha, I'm spoiled. When I go someplace, I expect to be seen right then. I want my time to be my time. I book online. I pay. I do this and that because of you.
Right.
So it took a little bit, but it was like, if I'm allowing you to do it, I can't be mad because I let you do it.
Yeah.
You know, so that, you know, coming into that professional space. And listen, even professional experiences and atmospheres call for professional money.
Absolutely.
Experiences, how people treat you, even how they speak. I remember working in like what I consider like regular salons and all that extra. You come into where I'm at and it's hushed tones.
Yeah.
Even if we laugh and we we got a little inside chuckle.
Let's go in the back.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little jazz, but it's professional. But it's comfortable. But you already know I have boundaries. You know, and one more thing, I know I'm like yapping.
No.
I had this one lady, and like, you know, when sometimes you get these people who like they really just up here in their mind. They
in their mind.
Yeah, right up here, you know what I'm saying? And they looking down upon you, you feel me? And she needed a cranial prosthetic. And I ain't gonna say nothing silly, but she
needed a cranial.
She had a couple of strength about too. And you know, I was doing whatever, and I'm, you know, just being professional. This is what you need, and this is blah blah blah. And I gave her the price, and you know, this is what it is, and that whole thing. And she came to me one day, she called one day and said, well, my daughter puts wigs on her head. And she said, don't make no sense why it costs this much. And I said, well, Miss Cheese Doodle, I want you to come here and come get your regular old wig and take it to your daughter so she could put it on. And I said, and I apologize that I'm not the trichologist for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't feel any type of way, and I wish you all the best. To which she said, no. I was just saying. But I, you know, it was just that. And I said, well, see, this is the thing. She may know how to put on a wig, but it's not the same
But that's why you need.
I've been trained.
Come on.
This is what I offer.
Come on.
You won't find anybody that's offering what I'm offering you in the way that I offer it. And if you are not okay with what I'm doing and how I'm giving you this professional service and I'm laying it down and you need to speak to your daughter about it, if she could do better, I'm telling you, go get better.
Yeah.
And it was like from that, that moment, it was like something clicked.
Doesn't that make you feel like when you can get it out without? Because I think that a lot of our issues can be hurting people's feelings, but when you can get it out professionally, and it just does something, it's just I can do anything.
Yeah. It strengthens you. Because,
oh my God!
Do you remember? And I feel like every stylist has had this. Do you remember in the sense of not getting stuff out? Say you killed this style. You never did it before. And you killed this style. It looked good. You taking pictures. You oh my God, it just looks so pretty on you. You spinning it around that chair. She girl, and then she go on Facebook or something and be I cut my hair.
I got a story.
When they be I cut my hair, or oh my God, I know this look good. I colored my hair, and they don't say nothing about who did it and where they are. And you need the money. You
never had that happen.
I have
like that. Now I've had people not credit me for things.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, and they not saying that Maisha didn't do it. They saying that people they post a picture and everybody's oh my God, you look so beautiful. Da 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 da.
I get you.
And
okay.
they oh yeah, I decided to color my hair. I decided to cut my hair, but you were so great. And then when you say yo, why you didn't say? And they
I went here.
I don't want everybody to come to you. Okay, so
yes.
I have a client. I love her to death. She been rocking with me since I first got out of hair school, and she loved me. Whatever she could do for me, especially my boys. I think she loved them more than she loved me. Okay, but whatever she could do, she'd do. But she don't like to. She say I don't share you. She say people ask me where I get my. I say don't do that. I need the business.
Right.
She no, I'm not sharing you. What you need? You need me to buy a package? I'll book this. I'll book that. But I'm not sharing you.
But
I'm gonna book the rest of your day. So
you know why people do that, right? And this is kind of right, but this is kind of something I'm going to talk about tomorrow in the class. But people don't trust in your system or that you have a system. And so that I know that if I find somebody that's good, if I don't come in with them having systems in place, then it's going to make me feel like if I tell somebody else about Marquita, if I tell somebody else about Ebony, I'm not going to get them, or the quality is going to go down.
Yeah.
Or it's going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make
you going to be too busy.
She's too busy for me. So when you don't have those systems in place, that kind of takes you out of that I'm the only one that could do ABC.
Yeah.
Or
about to end.
It does a thing to people, because it's when people find you, you'll hear my other stylists move down south.
Yeah. All the time.
I've been looking for somebody for 3 years. I've been doing, oh my God, it's so nice here. Oh my God, you're so professional. Oh my gosh, you're so clean. And it's the thought of them going back into the wilderness of trying to find a hairstylist. They are I will not tell anybody about you. We go together.
If I ever talk about retiring,
oh my God,
I don't care what you do with everybody else, but I'm never letting you go.
You understand that's how I got VIPs, right?
So because they won't let you go.
I fired every single person top of 2020, not even knowing that COVID was going to happen. I sent out an email. And before I sent out the email, I was talking to some people yo, I'm just going to do trichology. And they was okay, where everybody else going, because I'm staying with you.
Yeah, they don't care. They I don't care what you talking about.
Yo, I'm hanging out. Well, once you put it back in, I'm going to get this protector style until you come back. But once it go back in,
I have a confession to make, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about the transition and stuff like that. I think I've done the opposite. I have starting off, baby, the professionalism. I was on it, always on time. Like just it's like lately, I think because I'm in this transitional period. Well, I know where I'm going now, but at first I was trying to figure it out. I just was like, come to work looking crazy. Like I wasn't getting dressed. Like I was looking like them hairstylists. They be like, she smoked some hair, but she ain't did all.
She ain't never got her hair
look,
done.
I'm coming there with workout clothes on. Like the last couple years, I was really slacking. And I'm like, even like the salon is like, I was just like, I'm over it. You get what I'm saying? But now that I see the vision, I know where I'm going with it. It's like, girl, pick it back up, cause I done fell off. Like I'm still doing good hair and stuff like that. And the people that's new to me, they don't know the difference because they didn't experience that.
Right.
I remember I was at the bowl. My clients would love it. They're like, you're such like a nurse or something. This is before Trichology, because I tell them step by step what I'm doing. Hey, right now I'm going in with a clarifying shampoo, and this is to do blah, 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 blah. So your second shampoo is going to be for your scalp. I see that you suffer with some dandruff and this, and that. Oh, your third one is going to be a moisturizing shampoo. So when I do this, I want to add the moisture back. I'm going to sit you under the steamer. The steam, the heat is going to lift your cuticles up. And then I'm going to rinse it with cool water. It's going to be a little cool, but this is going to lock that moisture in.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, ooh. So I took pride in educating my people.
Yeah.
I don't be doing that. I'll be like, what's up? What you need? I'm about to do your hair real quick. You cute. Okay. I may get hyped for some clients here and they're like, you cute. And
okay, so
not good.
With that's another piece that I kind of wanted to talk about too, because everybody thinks that, especially now with us being able to be on social, us being able to, I won't say, I ain't even gonna look in no cameras. I ain't gonna say people out here lying, but people ain't out here telling you everything. And with that, you're gonna have moments where you're feeling deflated, where you're feeling like, did I pick the right thing? Am I doing what's right? And so if you listen to any of season one of the episodes I talked about when I retired from doing hair in 2007, like I just abruptly quit because of all the things that we were saying. And because I didn't have boundaries, I didn't have rules, everything was renegade, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I am good with my hands. I work with my hands. I love people. And I'll stop there to say that just because you may love people doesn't mean that everything related to people is beneficial. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn that when I started the catering company, because it wasn't my passion. It wasn't my love. It was something that I could do and do well, but get 50 people in the kitchen asking me different questions, I'm yelling at them. I'm totally out of character. I'm like, I don't have to do this and that. Just nasty. And I'm like, that's not even who I am, because that's not what my heart was. My heart was always for hair and always allowing for people in general to see that they're worth the investment. Mm-hmm. It's not even about the money. It's not about if I could do whatever better than her, him, or whatever. It's about allowing for people to unlock their hidden potential, to see that they are worth what they're investing in. Okay? So if you can't have like what do they call it? If you can't have like your tagline or your why for why you're doing what you're doing, it's really going to be difficult for you to move around. Mm-hmm. And then the other part about the boundaries, you're not setting boundaries for people to adhere to what you're saying. You're setting boundaries for yourself too. So if you can't adhere to the boundaries that you're setting, maybe that's something that you shouldn't put on the table. Because if you're saying, I'm not a morning person, so if I schedule you for 9 o'clock, but I really don't get up till 11, you setting yourself up to fail, and you're going to be late every time, and you're going to lose good people. Mm-hmm. Just say, hey, you know what? My summer hours are this to this in these days. my winter hours are. That sounds better than explaining to people that I don't get out the bed until 10 o'clock, because that
Right.
just sounds lazy.
It does.
Just set the boundaries and you stick to them. So that way people can respect and honor what it is you're bringing to the table. Okay, so boundaries set. We had our little setbacks and overcomes and triumphs. So what is it about where you are now that you love? How do I want to say that? Okay, so we're all in a transition. Okay, so we're all in a transition, guys. We have either elevated our businesses, or we moved and transitioned into the different spaces, or we're moving into different spaces. We're just trying to find what the next thing is. So because we're all in these different spaces of transition, what is it that you love about where you think these transitions are going to take you? Even though it may be difficult right now, what is the forecast? What is keeping you staying focused and not going to work for Pepsi Cola or Amazon or
The Snooty Fox
or
Motel.
right, the Snooty Fox Motel, the Zanzibar, or whatever the case may be. Okay, what is keeping you grounded and keeping you connected to this transition?
Go.
That was rough.
What's keeping me? I have my moments, and I be wanting to say, forget it. Somebody need me to draw some blood somewhere, because I'm certified in
She is
phlebotomy.
a phlebotomist.
But it's a bigger picture. I try to look at the bigger picture. I'm excited that I get to train people on what I know. I'm confident in what I know, because I know my stuff, right?
You know what you know.
I know what I know, and I love to educate people and build people up and teach people how to get out here and get it like I do. So that really motivates me. Like, man, I can put people on to teach them how to do what I do. So that's exciting.
Good.
Okay, so what do I like about where I am now?
What keeps
What keeps you going?
What keeps me going, two things. One is the people that I do help. Like, to hear what they have done because of my yes to it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that was like just an idea in my head, to see it in people's hands, like walking into Marquita's space and seeing.
If we could have just started recording how she ran through this house.
Like no, she literally rolled through the house.
Like, because, you know what I'm saying? Even like, we went to her salon, and to see she would FaceTime me like, what I'm gonna do with this space, and I'm like, oh, order this, do this, and to see it in person, to look on her desk, and to see the treatment plan templates that I created on her desk. You know what I'm saying? To hear you say, oh, my husband is, expecting for you to come, and it's like, yo, like, I don't know, like, I always like, oh, I'm just Maisha.
She does.
You know, but that's how I grew up. Like, you ain't nobody, you just Maisha. So, like, to hear people that are impacting other people that I have impacted keeps me going. And I never run out, because I always empty out. I'm never afraid to run out of ideas, because when I tell you, as I'm pouring out every idea I get, every strategy I get, God literally gives me another strategy. I get to see it a different way. It's almost like when you watch those movies where you can see the math problems in the air and people doing it. Is literally how I see stuff.
Yeah.
And my other thing that really keeps me going, not gonna lie, is my kids. My children are fascinated with me. They are like, my baby is 12. She went to school as a trichologist.